Cool. Well, everyone, thank you. Good to see all the faces. And those that can't see your face, it's good to have your presence here. Um, this is now our, I don't know, maybe fifth town hall or so. So for those that have joined us more recently, this is something that, I actually put into the calendar to have more regularly every month, to keep everyone posted on kind of the state of Light DAO, the state of community building, the state of how we continue to co-create humanity coming back together in more meaningful ways than the clickbait that we've become over social media. We have a handful of community partners that are on this call that we're going to be introducing as well, that are doing amazing things, and I'm super excited to have them share what they're up to. So why don't we just take like 3 seconds each, and go around and say our name and where we're dialing in from. So I'll kick it off, and I'll just maybe call on people because it might be a little sporadic. So I'm Payam, and I'm back in LA right now. Ruby?
So I'm Ruby Ye, and I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area. So welcome, everyone.
People can just shout out.
I am John, and I'm in LA.
And this is Parm, normally based out of New York, but currently in Dallas.
Cool. I'm Ben. I'm in Santa Barbara now, but usually live in LA.
Michael Kosick, usually in Toronto, currently in Vancouver for a few days.
Hi, everybody. I'm Pei Huan. I'm usually in LA. I'm in San Francisco this week.
Hey everyone, I'm Max. I'm usually in LA. And I'm in LA.
Max in LA.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jiyoung. I'm in New York City.
Hey, everyone. I'm Guy. I'm in LA.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Ben Trunk. I'm in New York.
Hi, everyone. I'm Cecilia Paglinawan. I'm in Bay Area right now, in New York tomorrow until the following week. And so nice to see everyone's faces.
Hey, guys. I'm Oriol Hine, calling in from Toronto.
Oh, okay.
Hey, guys. I'm Jack in New York right now. We'll be in the Bay tomorrow, and we'll be in LA on Monday.
Oh, cool, Jack.
Hi, it's Angel. I'm at the doctor's office, so I'm not coming on camera, but I'm in the Bay Area.
Hey guys, I'm Chris. I'm in Miami Beach.
Serena, you're in LA as well?
Yeah, I'm Serena. I'm in LA.
And Ingemar, New York, I imagine. He's on.
Yes, sir. I'm out in public, so good to see your face, sir.
Good to see you. And Oliver, you're in LA, Venice.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome, guys. So
and also Duani, did she have a chance? Duani?
Sorry, yeah, I've a lot of chaos back here. I'm Duani. I'm in New York. Hi, all.
Hi.
Okay. Did we get everyone?
I'll say hello.
Sophie.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Sophie. I'm in San Francisco, and I'm prepping myself for Tech Week.
Lots going on in the Bay this week, and then I guess LA next week for Tech Week. 2 Tech Weeks in a row in California. Is that back to back? Is it this week SF, next week LA? Is that what it is?
Totally.
Yes, it is.
So I think there's a lot of energy moving towards California this week, and next week. Cool. So thanks everybody for the quick hellos and where you're dialing in from. So the first part of this agenda, we, as I mentioned over our WhatsApp and now moving to Telegram, we made our first investment this month in Rasa, which is led by the mighty Ahmad. They're also another community that's doing amazing things. So I wanted to hand it over to Ahmad to give us a kind of an intro on Rasa, and just so everyone knows kind of the way this works as a community and as a DAO. is when we back an entrepreneur, it's not just, you know, the money that we give at this point is minimal, but it's really, we're on their team for the month. I join calls with them on a weekly basis, at least Ruby and I for now. And we talk about growth, contribution, how we could support, partnership, how we could dive in supporting however we can. So with that said, Ahmad, why don't you take the mic, brother?
I appreciate it. Thank you, Pam. Well, great to see a lot of familiar faces and new faces here. It's I love the commitment, honestly, we're all doing to each other. So thank you everyone for that. And thank you, Payam. So yeah, as Payam mentioned, you know, we're one of the lucky ones to receive, you know, the support of Payam, Ruby, and everyone at the DAO. And, you know, and as Payam mentioned, it's like the value is much, much, much greater than the dollar value given who's involved in this community. And yeah, a bit of background, you know, I've been in tech, building tech companies before. You know, out of San Francisco, Los Angeles, and a few other cities, but really kind of my passion for the last 10 years has always been actually building communities around entertainment. And I finally kind of decided to make the jump from banking and fintech and all of that fun stuff into something that's more into, you know, building social, in real life social kind of curation mediums. And what we do is we host entertainment-based events all over the world that are socially curated to people like us, where once you walk in, it's not a mindless game of who you're gonna bump into, but like everything's curated and everyone around you is there for a reason, in a sense. And the whole idea is I came to the US not knowing a single soul, and kind of hosting these events around music and such, and being socially curated, end up building some of the best friendships and networks out there. And I want to kind of extend that opportunity to everyone in the world around us. So we're building technologies internally to allow us to take this from, you know, a local thing to be a scalable, socially curated communities around the globe. So that's kind of what we're doing. And, you know, there's a lot of layers to it. And as I'm sure, as you guys know, any entrepreneur can have a million, you know, ideas and moonshots they want to go after. But for now, what we're getting right is hosting the entertainment-based communities around the globe and allowing tech to scale that without hiring a million people on the way and being capital efficient. So first, we're doing a very big event on June 10th in 10 days for LA Tech Week. So we're going to be the closing party for LA Tech Week in LA. And just going to be for fun, really. It's like nothing crazy happening there, but everyone in the room is going to be someone I think we would like to take the opportunity to get to know in some capacity. So, you know, we'll kind of coordinate with Ruby and Payam as well to like have the invitation extended to a lot of the members in LA, at least, who would like to participate. So yeah, thank you for the spotlight. Thank you for the time. And I'm also happy to answer any questions if that's the appropriate time frame for it.
Yeah, so just to piggyback on what Ahmad said, you know, one of the, you know, we'll talk about with other community partners as well, but, you know, this is going to be as Ahmad said, he's been doing these kind of socially curated gatherings and events he's invited me for the last couple of years, and I still haven't been able to attend one because I've always been traveling, but I'm super excited for what he's doing and his membership model and the types of communities that he's bringing together. And that's one of the beautiful things that we're offering our, you know, supporters, members, owners, is access to these invite-only events. So, as Ahmad said, the June 10th event, we're going to be giving special invites to people in Light DAO as well. So, Ruby, anything else to add?
Yeah. Well, first of all, you know, Ahmad's company is just incredible and amazing. And it's going to be so much fun because it's not just like the team supporting him. You know, part of the whole concept of Light DAO as a DAO community is that we as a collective will be putting together all our resources to be supporting his company in any way that we can. All right. So he's just recently done an incredible raise, and there's still opportunity to join it. So for all of you investors, we'll be contacting you about the opportunity. and we'll either be arranging, supporting you with one-to-one meetings or a group meeting among the investors if there's a lot of people. So you'll be hearing about that. And then we'll be announcing his event very soon. So please contact us because he has invited us to basically curate for him this invite-only, very fun party, an exclusive party that he's going to be having. So, so we're really looking forward to that. And now I'm kind of like thinking, do I need to go to LA for that party? So there's so many of you in LA. So definitely let us know if you like to go to it. Okay. And then we'll get you on the list for him. And then
The answer is
investors.
yes, Ruby. You should come to LA.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And then the other thing is that, there's alliance opportunities and lots of other opportunities that you'll be hearing about, that, again, it's the more you find out about his company, it's really like, I just thought, oh my God, this is going to be so much fun to be involved and support them. So anyway, anything else, Ahmad?
Yeah, I think the party is not going to be a success until you're there. So I think it's an obligation to the DAO for to have you be with us that night. So would love to have you. Yeah, and I just want to add to this is like, there's a lot of incredible communities that are like networking based and building friendships and such. And I'm incredibly lucky and blessed to be in many of them and have friends building. Some of them like here, like the DAO, for example. And this is not kind of in a sense to replace or be another. We're kind of the entertainment version of it. The whole idea is when we go out partying, clubbing, music festivals and such, we end up meeting a lot of great people, and it's really left to luck and chance. And we're trying to kind of create the V2 of entertainment, which is more the socially curated and a bit more with purpose kind of version of that world. So, and of course tech is just a natural one given all our backgrounds to be able to use it to scale these opportunities. So yeah, just thank you for everything. Would love to guys have you. And yeah, I mean, honestly, like if you just want to party and have fun, just come to that one. Like no other purpose other than to let go, please.
Can you walk?
Paywan, you frozen.
Can you? I am. What about now?
You're good.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, can you give us can you drill down just a little bit, because entertainment is a really broad concept. Just can you walk us through kind of like one curated experience that you think is like a very good poster child for what you're
That's a great question. And yeah, I agree. It's a very entertainment can mean movies, can mean parties, can be anything in between. So what we're focusing on is kind of these pop-up venues and events all over the world. So where we take on a very like kind of beautiful space that fits anywhere from 500 to 1,000 people usually, and we come in with our whole production teams and everything and just make that one night be a very different experience. And we're not making it be kind of this aggressive clubby experience, but more of this beautiful, inviting, and more sophisticated experience that a lot of our community are used to. So we invest incredible amounts of money and time, sometimes 6 figures into the experience to make it this. When you walk in, you don't need to have any substances or drinks or whatever it is. You just like it's the beauty by itself kind of brings the energy high for everyone. And because we kind of go over this word of mouth model and this invitation system, like the DAO, for example, we just end up focusing more on the community rather than the number of people in the room or the number of tickets in the room, for example. And we are, as a start, we start with electronic music. That's just kind of us maybe beating Burning Man. A lot of us here is just what became the form of art we enjoy. So we go with electronic music, and we make sure it's designed in a way that allows for social connection, not just like mindless escape. And it's kind of really doubling down on those small details that I think sometimes it's easy to forget for any event organizers.
Cool. Paywan, you're good?
Yeah, and do you partner with like third-party brands, or is this a branded experience onto yourself?
That's a great question. So far, we've always been a branded experience ourselves. We don't really partner with third-party brands, even though we've had amazing opportunities. I'd
It's
say
like a pop-up Burning Man kind of experience. You can drill in and have this expansive experience and then pull out or scale it.
Correct. And I think now for the first time, we would be open to items like that. And the brand, I'd say the partners, and I think everyone here would agree, is like, it's less about what productions or volume or medium they bring. It's more about the community they bring. So that's why like someone like, Light DAO or Ben, for example, like would be an incredible type of, communities to integrate with each other. So it's more of like, the social curation aspect.
Love it. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for the questions.
Yeah.
Cecilia, I see you have a raised hand. Is that still raised?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to congratulate you, Ahmad, on the raise. Just wanted to let you know I'm here to help. I've done a music startup called Apploud, APPLOUD, in 2014, which allowed people to tip artists and discover them as well. And in case we can collaborate, I'm doing a series of fundraisers for Sanctuaria, and I'll put my info in the link. So actually, I've been offered venues in which to host Sanctuaria events, fundraising events. So I'm doing one in New York on June 22nd, like to invite everyone to. But if that's something you'd like to collaborate on, just let me know. And just wanted to share that with you and everyone here.
Thank you, Cecilia.
I would love to. Yeah, I'll make sure I get your info from Ruby or Payam, and we connect offline.
Yeah, and in terms of the electronic music, that's been my world. And I actually worked with Art With Me Festival in Tulum. I lived in Tulum for 2 years, so I met a lot of the musicians there, and so willing to share my contacts as well.
Yeah.
Thank you. And this DAO keeps on giving. I love it.
Yeah. So we'll definitely get this video out to a lot of people within like DAO who are involved with entertainment. Okay. And a lot of them LA also. So like Elfie's not here, so we'll make sure that he sees this also. So anyways.
Yeah. We're a little bit behind, so I'm gonna move this train forward a little bit. So we have a few other community partners that I wanted to introduce. I know Oliver, you have to run to the airport soon. You're flying out, so maybe we could take a couple minutes just before we jump in. Oliver of the Kin, Ben and David at Sovereign Circle, Angel at Angel Club, and we have one more and Max obviously at Grateful Drafts. Yeah. So I wanted to kind of give each like about 2 minutes to give an overview of what your communities are about and how we're kind of partnering as well. So I'll give the mic to you, Oliver.
Yeah, thanks, Payam. And hello, everyone. I think this is awesome. This is the fact that you've got this collective of people doing good in the world and trying to support one another. That's very much is aligned with the Kin in terms of the types of community members that we're onboarding. So just to give you a high level overview of what the Kin is, it's a membership for conscious entrepreneurship. So we have a workspace that we're opening up very soon, which is a member only clubhouse, and it has a downstairs event space, wellness studio, activation area, which could be good for Rasa potentially. So yeah, that'll be live in the next couple of weeks. And then we also have an accelerator program, and that's geared towards inner development. So we strongly believe in order for you to really cultivate change in the world, you really need to work on the shadow work, anything that's holding you back to really step into being fully self-aware and fully conscious. Only then can you align with your mission and your why and your values to then go out and make real impact in the world. So that's very much the premise of the Kin. It is to connect like-minded entrepreneurs in a very cool, intentional environment where they can build, share ideas, inspire one another to really accelerate positive change. So yeah, if you've got any questions, obviously let me know.
Yeah, and we're going to be planning on also hosting some events and experiences together. I know we were actually planning on having one yesterday, but things didn't come through. Maybe hopefully the next Tuesday in June or July. Transcend Tuesday. Maybe I guess what do you see as a next thing? Is it going to be a Transcend Tuesday that we could do together, or
So for Tech Week, we've got an entire itinerary. We're going to do Venice Tech Week at the Kin. So we're branding a new week. So we've got a full pipeline of various events and collaborations. So I'm happy to share that on the group chat. And in terms of Light DAO and the Kin, we could potentially do that the following Tuesday to do a Transcend Tuesday activation. Love to talk more about that.
Yeah.
But that will consist of a couple of speakers and some networking and some drinks.
Awesome. Super excited about continuing those community building efforts with you, Oliver, and the Kin. Ben, since your name was spoken about through Ahmad, you want to give us an overview of Sovereign Circle and kind of what you guys are up to and the beautiful things you guys are creating?
Yeah, definitely. Just first, great to see a lot of familiar faces on here. Thank you, Pime, for coordinating this, because you can just tell through this, people are very proactive about leading with value in this group. And, I think that's most important thing in community, and that's our focus. So what we're doing is we're creating a membership community for entrepreneurs and investors, mostly focused on the angel and family office space, and then curating social experiences for them that really focus on the human-centric element, connecting people on a more grounded level, making sure that every experience we create is very intentional. And the intention with that is to create this real connection, real friendship, and real trust among this community of entrepreneurs, investors, so that they can find ways to collaborate, they can find ways to invest. But we're not looking to drive that. We're just looking to create the real human connection aspect of that environment so that the collaboration will happen naturally. So right now we're based in LA. We're doing about 2 to 3 events per month, just varying locations, themes. We have a big emphasis on education. So we're doing events like at UCLA. We partner with Razorfish. We do co-working days there. We love to bring in different speakers. So anything we can do to really focus on, growth, intellectual expansion, and really intentional connection between the members. And when we're bringing members in, we're pretty specific screening process. So we have everyone do a membership application. They go through 2 interviews, really making sure that everybody we bring in is very high authenticity, high integrity, people that are going to be, play well with others, essentially, people that can collaborate, people that we can trust, and then just focus on driving the friendship aspect of that. So yeah, I think there will be a lot of opportunity to collaborate with a lot of the communities here. We see this kind of rise of community trend coming, and I'm sure you guys all agree with that. And there's just so much opportunity for collaboration, create win-wins. So looking forward to getting to know more of you guys. And if you want to chat more about that, then, always open for questions.
Yeah. Ben and David are doing amazing work. Actually, when I was visiting here last summer, they hosted an amazing event with like 100 people at this beautiful mansion in Beverly Hills, which was pretty sick. So yeah, I'm super excited about kind of continuing the collaboration and partnering, and we've spoken about doing something in July. So for those listening, we'll be communicating a co-sponsored thing between Light DAO and Sovereign, and hopefully July. Max, brother, you want to take the mic?
Sure. Hey everyone, I'm Max. Thank you, Payam, for curating and creating, and Ruby as well for holding this space. Great to see some familiar faces and some new faces. I'm a recovering venture capitalist who decided to go to the light side and build a global intentional community called Grateful Giraffes. So you could say that our core value is gratitude, acknowledging the importance of practicing gratitude daily, and wanting to make the world a more grateful place as a result. And the giraffe is actually a symbol of the attributes we are attracting. So head in the clouds, feet on the ground, spiritually grounded, the largest heart of all land mammals relative to body weight, leading with your heart, being centered in your heart, sticking your neck out for others, peaceful, gentle, majestic. It goes on and on. They eat acacia, which is one of the most DMT-rich plants on the planet. So the plants are here to guide us and to heal us as well. And what started out as kind of a crazy dream has turned into a reality in the last 8 months in particular, since we relocated from Tel Aviv to Venice. We've hosted about 40 dinner parties called Evenings of Gratitude, and all of you who are in LA are more than welcome to join if you haven't been already. And if you have, you're still invited to join. These are 12 to 14 person potluck style dinners with intention behind them. Payam's been to a couple. We've also hosted 5 giraffes in the house parties. So these are, I guess, kind of conscious gatherings, non-alcoholic. There's some wellness activations. There's some live art activations. There's conscious beverages that have, supported these events as well. We're doing our next one this Saturday in Malibu, actually, at a private residence. So if you haven't heard about it, or if you're planning to be in LA this weekend and want to check it out, feel free to message me for more information. Ultimately, we're building a brand that is rooted in gratitude and symbolized by the giraffes, and community members that provide beneficial services to the community to help it grow actually can earn ownership in Grateful Labs, the parent company. And over time, we think this really aligns incentives between our community members and the brand we're trying to build. Ultimately, we see the giraffe as kind of a new mascot. There's the leopard, there's the cheetahs, but there's a new print in town. And we think we can distribute a lot of light through this giraffe symbol in partnership with these types of communities. So grateful to be here. Anyone interested in, learning more and joining, we're at gratefulgiraffes.com, and I'm Max Marine. You can find me on, Instagram or WhatsApp, whatever. We're excited to continue to build this partnership with Lightdale. And yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks,
Max. I'm sold on that giraffe pitch. I think I need to hear that on repeat.
This is being recorded, so Ruby, can you cut that section and just share it as a clip?
Also, the theme at Burning Man this year is Animalia, and our art has a watering hole so that animals can gather around it. And I saw that on your website, the watering hole.
I love that. Actually, I was just at Lightning in a Bottle, and at the lightning stage, there were 6 giraffes, just randomly there. Wow. So it feels like the giraffe is starting to emerge, so appreciate
the energies behind you, bro. Yeah, so Max is doing amazing things. We're going to continue to also co-sponsor, co-host events and experience and gatherings with them. So more to come on that front. Yeah, so appreciate you, brother. Angel, I know you're at the doctor's office. Are you in a position to give us a little intro of Angel Club and all the amazing things that you're doing and how we're gonna look to partner as well?
Yeah, I'll be super brief. So Angel Club is an inclusive community for angel investors and angel stage startups. We have a mission to create more economic mobility and equity through entrepreneurship. And we do that primarily through mentorship, curated introductions, and events. And some of our members are part of Lightdale already. And yeah, we're just here to be a good partner to help people on their journey, whether that's, becoming an angel investor and or up-leveling deal flow and your ability to invest well based on your thesis, or grow your startup. So we primarily focus on fundraising and growth.
Yeah, so Angel has an amazing network of mentors, former CEOs, current CEOs, advisors. They hold masterclass sessions on a regular basis on whether it's a pitch deck, assistance workshop, or it's how do you sell your business and all the different tactics that you might want to leverage on your kind of growth towards an exit, whatever it might be. Angel has a lot of great people in her network, and so highly recommend. And as I mentioned, we're also looking to partner with Angel and Angel Club at a deeper level, and more to come on that as we continue these conversations with all these amazing community partners. Are there any last minute questions for any of the community partners before we move on to the next part of our agenda? Going once, going twice. Cool. So the next part of of kind of the programming here is to give updates on the DAO. For those of you that I haven't maybe had a chance to discuss too much about Light DAO with, you know, there's a few layers and levels here. And at the core, it's bringing together, you know, these amazing people that were on the screen. You know, we're up 10% of our total kind of membership that's on the WhatsApp and now moving to Telegram group are on this call. So this is just a small snippet of the people that, you know, we have in this community, from a broad range, from all the way from, you know, people in Indonesia or Singapore. Actually, one of my first investors in one of my first businesses, Dottie, who now runs a venture fund out of Jakarta. You know, he's there, and another investors and entrepreneurs in Singapore, all the way to Dubai. We have a handful of other investors and entrepreneurs based out of Dubai, and then Europe and so on. So we have a vast network of people. And again, at the core, it's how do we create these meaningful human relationships where we want to do life with, right? So so for me, I'm really interested in lifelong partnerships, because I meet a lot of people, but I want to meet my best friends, right? That's what I really care about the most, because I know that I'm aligned in values with my best friends. And I want to connect at a deeper level with my best friends, because I know that I'm going to be able to connect at a deeper level, have more insightful conversation, understand the depths of, you know, their soul, whatever it is, as Oliver mentioned a bit earlier, you know, whatever healing or trauma or whatever it is that we might have in our past that we might still hold on to. How do we look into those shadows of ourselves and grow? You know, one of the things that I've personally learned, you know, over the past, you know, couple years, is the deeper that I've known myself in all the possible ways, the more exponential my own growth is and what I'm creating and what I'm doing in life. And that's true for all of us, I believe. And so part of this journey is that when we bring these beautiful people together, and they're all doing amazing work, as we kind of already just had 5 people or so talk about the work that they're doing and building community and building their businesses, that creates a flywheel for all of us to bring people together and to not just build these human relationships, but to know ourselves better. And that's really the core of what it means to be human, to understand yourself and to spend time with others. That's 100%. You know, I say this a lot, and I'm saying it again, 100% of our time every day is spent in 2 ways. You're either by yourself or you're with other people, right? So these are the 2 most important, valuable assets that we have in life. Say it again: ourselves and our other people and our relationships. And for those that have heard of Dunbar's number, you know, that's kind of the concept. So there's the 5 people that are our family. That's your blood, your mom, dad, brother, sister, children. Those are the 5 people that they're unconditionally with you in life every day. There's 0 doubt they're going to be there for you. That's your family. Oliver, see you, brother. Then there's you know, your 15 people that are your soulmates, your best friends. These are the people that are not your blood, but they're like your blood. And they're with you for life. You know, those are your best friends or your soulmates, whatever word you want to use, life partners, whatever word you want to use. I kind of use those words interchangeably. And then you have your tribe, your kind of your 150, and that's the Dunbar's number. So we all have these kind of concentric rings of friends, and with Light DAO, we want to help everyone have that tribe and that top 15 in a way that you can grow that tribe in the most authentic, aligned way for yourself. That's really what we're about, is how do we grow that tribe in alignment? Because we want to do life with them. It doesn't matter if it's business or it's pleasure. If we keep it simple, those are the 2 worlds we're operating in: business and pleasure, or fun or not, whatever you want to call it. And so the more that we have these types of people around us on a regular basis, the more beauty we have, the more abundant we have, the more abundant life we have. Because I want to do my work and my fun with the people that I'm most aligned with. So so that's really the core of what we're building here. And then we're building the technology, right? And we're using these tools like WhatsApp and Telegram and our own backend, our community portal, to develop these. And it's a work in progress. But the goal is to give everyone these tools to really create those meaningful relationships that they have for life. With that said, I have a few slides of some other aspects that I can go through real quick. So there's a number of other things that we want to kind of start playing with. So let me, that we want to kind of launch, and I'm curious to get people's feedback on this. So let me share my screen real quick. Okay. So I've already mentioned this, probably most of you have already heard this, but we're a California 501c6 foundation, for those of you that don't know. So all the efforts that we do, all the membership, owners that we have, all the money gets spent on developing the community. It doesn't go in anybody's pocket. It's not getting dispersed to any individual shareholders. This is a unique thing about LightDAO. Our entity is a nonprofit, and the ownership is in tokens. Okay, so we're a global community of conscious entrepreneurs and investors, and we're building a thriving future by contributing our capital, technology, and trusted networks. And we used this word conscious a handful of times, but conscious, again, for us means you're a good-hearted person, you're aligned in your values, you have a mission, or you're seeking a mission, and you want to contribute towards the growth of not just yourself, but also your community and the world at large, and developing this thriving future for every human on the planet beyond ourselves. That's really the mission of LightDAO. I mentioned to you guys the community part. We're also bringing people together. We have the community partners that we mentioned on this call: Angel Club, Max at the Grateful Giraffes, Ahmad with Rasa and his experiences, Ben and David with Sovereign Circle, Oliver with the Kin. And so bringing people together that are aligned is kind of part two here. And then the third one is the technology, that right now we're using some tools that do that, but then the core is scaling that through what we call this human connection marketplace, which we're branding right now as the Oracle, as a placeholder. But it's allowing anybody in our network to connect with anybody that they want to by making a request, and you can even incentivize that request by offering tokens, and whoever helps fulfill that request receives those tokens as an energy exchange. And then the fourth one is an investment club. So every month we're investing in one of our owners of the DAO. And that's something that we're committed to in partnership, and looking forward to announcing the next one on our next town hall at the end of June. So as I mentioned, Light tokens are the currency of the DAO, and we call that your social equity. So this is where the more we create value or contribute in the community, the more their equity goes up. So let's just take an example. Let's just say Ben and David with Sovereign Circle. If they are bringing people together through Sovereign Circle, and our members, for example, want to attend those gatherings, then they would receive Light tokens, and that can, that balance can keep going up. So if somebody who's hosting, or David Chan last week hosted us in New York at his home, there's a handful of you that were there. As we launch the token exchange, David, for hosting that gathering, would have effectively received the tokens that the members or owners use to attend that gathering. So that's an example of how tokens are used within the community. Or it's making an introduction is another example. So let's say, Ahmad at Rasa is looking to get introduced with an investor that, can write him $100,000 check, and he's willing to offer $100 in tokens to anybody who can help him get introduced to that individual. Whoever helps make that introduction receives those tokens as an energy exchange. And then the tokens are also the voting power. So any votes that we make as a community is also it also requires tokens. And kind of that's another thing here that I wanted to talk about. I don't have like a slide for it, is building beyond kind of the current system that we have. It's creating kind of mini committees, right? So this is the power of also the DAO, is we can start forming committees. So I know Ben, for example, he created this a WhatsApp group for community leaders, right? So I'd love for us to, as a community, start a community committee, right? Where as a committee of community leaders, we're co-creating and we're deciding how we further develop the future of community building, right? Or it could be an investment committee, or it could be a gratitude dinner committee. Whatever it is, we can start forming committees where we can help each other in all the possible ways, which leads into, and I don't have a slide for this, I don't think, but just to talk about it, is another thing we have is this concept called mastermind pods, where we have, let's just say, for example, Ji Young is an operator. She actually used to work with me at Obi as our COO, right? And so let's say you want operations help, right? So we form little pods of people that can get together at some frequency, and they can facilitate amongst each other where they each need support, right? And that's actually an area that I'd be curious to get feedback on. Is it doesn't matter what that topic is. It could be you want help with branding, or you need help with marketing or retention or sales strategy or storytelling for fundraising, pitch deck help. Whatever that thing is, we're going to find 3 to 4, let's say 4 people that are interested to get help on that topic. And we form that little pod of 4 people, and we can help facilitate, give a little bit of structure around what that looks like for like meeting for, let's say, 4 weeks. So over 4 weeks, that pod gets together with the 4 people, and each person talks about where they need help. And we have, Angel, for example, with Angel Club has her mentors, and we can bring in a mentor that can also help facilitate or give guidance as an expert in that topic of interest, where, this pod can again come together to help each other with the addition of that mentor or facilitator. What do you guys think about that concept, where we bring people together in these little mastermind pods? You guys have any thoughts or feedback on orchestrating these types of groups? I'd love to have a kind of like a couple minute conversation on this, if this is something that people would be interested in doing. And if there is enough interest, then we can start kind of spearheading this type of effort.
I love the concept of pods. I'd be curious to know, are you thinking pods in like a time limit, like 6-week pods, or pods like forever, but certain types of, is it like you're matched forever with your pod, or is it like you go one time, or, so I'm just curious how you envision that functioning.
Xiang, the way we're thinking of it now is that they're like short term, to start, like 3 or 4 weeks, right? And mostly self-facilitated. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be business topics. It could be like, being like a digital nomad lifestyle. Or it could be like moms, right? So it's not just the way is just to start a short 3 to 4 weeks commitment, and then you can decide what you want to do afterward, right? Because we're all really, really busy people. So I know if somebody asked me to join something for me to commit for like the next 3, 4, 5 months, I'm thinking, oh, you know what I'm saying? So
Meant to
so
be
we
short
just
term.
I think small, small
So we
groups
put-
and sprints to effectively get through a smaller, inch pebble rather than a milestone. And then see if there's actual chemistry within a group, and then you'll have natural evolutions where people say, let's keep this energy we've built and get it going longer, versus, hey, that was good, let's move on.
Yeah, exactly. We actually started this conversation in our Light DAO online community already. Okay. So when we put this video out, I'll also put a link, because actually a few people have posted ideas of what they would like already so far. All right. So basically, we're providing a space for you to start just sharing. And then you see like, oh, so we're just allowing it to sort of form organically at this point, So we'll just get it out to more and more. And then when there's enough people around a particular theme, then you just go ahead. Yeah. So that's the idea so far.
Yeah. Yeah, and if the pod wants to, Jiyoung, we bring the people together that are interested in that same topic, whether it's being a mother, or it's female leadership, or it's blockchain, or it's fundraising. It's like here's like the universe of interests, and like who's interested in each one, and then we'll bring those people together, maybe give like a sample guideline for like the first 4 weeks. And like that part is like, kind of, let's say the more required part is those first 4 weeks. And if those 4 people want to continue to be best friends for life, then great. But, we're not, like, from that point, it just kind of takes its own life.
Yeah.
That sounds really exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're there, we're kind of like the hub for people to be able to find each other. So that's the idea. So like I said, we started that conversation already, and we'll put that out there. So I think Max is still here. So we had this idea originally, and Max, it was kind of facilitated again, because when you were at a meeting like a few weeks ago, you were talking about how you would love to have to get together with your peers, sort of like weekly accountability. So do you remember that conversation, Max? So again, that input kind of helped us to bring this forward a little bit more in terms of planning and time.
I don't remember it, but it sounds like something I would say.
So thank you for like being a catalyst. Like I said, that was one of our ideas right from the beginning, but we're kind of responding to all your requests and your needs, and I just want to acknowledge you for being a catalyst.
Love that. Thank you, Ruby.
So I know we're wrapping up. So just to like one last thing that I wanted to mention, or a couple last things, is just to highlight a few of our owners. Michael's on the call. Michael's a partner at Loyal VC. Michael, grateful for you for being a part of the community and supporting. David Chan supported us last week. He's also an investor and a founder of Corgi Capital. Jack, who was on the call, he had to drop. He's the founder of Golden DAO, and Jack is a legend. He hosts huge events and gatherings, and is a big activist in the Asian API community, and just does amazing work and talks on self-consciousness, healing, all that kind of stuff. Ruby, who's here, a co-founder of mine with Light DAO, and also just been a founder and just a beautiful soul of bringing people together. Ryan is a partner at Pimlico Partners. They're a global advisory and investment firm, and just that guy knows a lot of investors. So for anybody raising capital, he's a great person to talk to. Mario is an angel investor and the CFO of Singularity Net. Really knowledgeable about anything blockchain or AI. He's very well versed in the space. Marcello is a founder CEO of Singularity DAO. They're a fully decentralized AI powered investment platform. And Peiwan, who's also on the call, is a founder of Immortal Studios, and I'm excited to continue to partner and help him grow and reach the moons and the metaverse storyverse that he's creating with the Hero Within through his brand. So that's just a snapshot of some of the owners of the DAO. And then just to touch on the last part here is what does that ownership look like? So it's $1,100, $1,123 to be an owner of the DAO, and you get tokens. And the amount of contribution to become a higher ownership is completely up to the person. So the more time, money, or energy somebody puts into the DAO, the more their ownership goes up. And actually, you can get more by inviting a couple friends that become owners of the DAO. You'd already get back, basically this $1,100. So we believe in kind of the ownership being a starting point and how much value you create, because the tokens are going to be exchangeable for US dollars when we launch, or any other currency for that matter, because light tokens are another currency in that way. It's a cryptocurrency. And we have a special offer right now for the first 112 owners. They get 2,500. Sorry, I wrote coins here, but that's tokens. 2,500 tokens, and then the others get 1,500 tokens. We're also going to have a special retreat, a global retreat for all of our owners. We're looking at October, November right now. This is going to be an epic event. It's going to be like a 3-day kind of experience. So that's something that we're doing. And then last but not least, there's a payment plan for early stage founders, anybody that might be cash strapped right now. We could do $310 over 4 months if that's something that you feel you're tight on cash. So I wanted to express that. If there's any questions over the last 2 minutes that we have, happy to chat. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them right now. But we're towards the end of this call, so if there's anything else, please let me know. Any questions? Anything I can answer? We good? Spreading all the
Payam, do you want to
light.
stop sharing screen so we can see everybody?
Yeah, you can see
Great.
all the 21 faces. Lori, haven't seen your you joined a little bit late. Haven't had a chance to greet and meet. Are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm so grateful I was able to just hop on a call kind of last minute. So very, very happy and excited to meet you all. This was really unexpected. And I feel like as soon as I joined the call, I just got hit with a wave of love. So I can definitely see where this is going. I'm super happy. Thank you so much for sharing all the links and everything so that I can get to know the community a little bit better. It's super cool. I'm really excited. And then I still need to kind of explore. Do you guys have the back end up where you can join the community online, or how do we go about doing that?
Yeah.
Are you on the WhatsApp or are you on the Telegram yet?
I was just looking on Telegram right now. So it's funny because I was just
where you can
scrolling.
go? You can just go to our welcome page, which explains everything.
Oh,
and has the
perfect.
link. Yeah. What is that? That is
just go to lightdao.one. That's the website.
Yeah, that's easy. So
cool.
everybody go to lightdao.one. All right. And that gives you access, that explains, generic, on a high level what LightDAO is about. And then there's the access to our Telegram and also access to our own LightDAO online community portal. Okay, so that's all there.
Awesome.
LightDAO.one. Yeah. So also, Cynthia, thank you for joining us. Abby, thank you for joining us. Nick, thank you for joining us, who all joined us a little late. So just want to acknowledge your presence with us.
Thanks, everyone.
And also Hannah. Hannah also joined us a little later, so thank you. So anything else before we?
I love how Sean is we have somebody joining the call right now. Just Sean, good to see you, brother. We're actually wrapping up right now, but good to see you for the last 30 seconds of the call. You want to say a quick hello, where you're from?
Sure. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sean, work with Graffiti Creative Group here in New York. We do a lot of go-to-market strategy for communications in finance and fintech. Sorry, I'm late.
Okay. All right.
Cool. Thank you everyone for your time. Sean, yeah, we're wrapping up, but good to see your face again.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Bye.